It's time for another edition of the best PlayStation 4 game deals available right now. Now this edition is actually pretty interesting because Sony has quietly dropped the MSRP on a lot of their exclusives and games in general. So a lot of these deals are going to be available for the foreseeable future. These are the new retail prices, but some of these retail prices are now so good that we still have to go over them. You can get some incredible deals, and we chose Best Buy as our retailer of choice to look at these games because, of course, if you're a Gamers Club Unlocked member, on top of the new low retail prices on a lot of these games, you're gonna save an additional 20%, and that just makes some of these deals absolutely ridiculous. We've got 10 deals to go over, 9 of them are from Best Buy, the other one is a loan deal from GameStop, so we'll go over that too. Without further ado, let's get right into this. Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition is now $40, and with Gamers Club Unlocked, you'll get 20% off down to $32. This is still quite expensive for a game that is 14 months old, but still, it's one of the best PlayStation 4 games thus far, an exceptional exclusive done by Guerrilla Games. They really set the foundation for what could be an incredible franchise. There are some issues here and there, but for the most part, Horizon Zero Dawn is an excellent open world adventure. And of course, with the Complete Edition, you also get the Frozen Wilds expansion, which typically goes for $20 on the PlayStation Store, so that is very significant, and that expansion is a legitimate expansion. It adds around 12 to 15 hours of content, so it is considerable. And to get the base game as well as that expansion for $32 with a Gamers Club Unlocked subscription, that is an awesome deal. I should also mention that the base price for the regular edition of Horizon Zero Dawn has also been docked down. You can get that for $30, and with Gamers Club Unlocked, it'll be $24. Honestly, I would just go ahead and buy the Complete Edition. It is absolutely worth it. The Frozen Wilds is a great expansion, and you're only paying $10 more base or $8 more with Gamers Club Unlocked, and I would say for that, it's worth it. Next up, we've also got WipEout the Omega Collection, which has been reduced to $20 base, and then if you're a Gamers Club Unlocked member, you'll get it for just $16. That's a great price for WipEout Omega Collection, which includes WipEout HD, WipEout HD Fury, as well as WipEout 2048. WipEout is one of those franchises that I thought would have gotten a lot bigger than it had. Sony Liverpool did a great job with the games, and they're very fun arcade racers. Unfortunately, the series went MIA for a while, but it did come back with WipEout the Omega Collection, and it's a great collection. And by the way, they just added a free PlayStation VR update to this, so if you want to dabble into that, that's great as well. Many consider this game to actually be one of the sellers for PSVR now, so you have that with this title as well. Of course, if you just want to play with regular controls, you absolutely have that option as well. And for $16 for GCU subscribers or $20 base, it's a great deal. Next up, the recently released Shadow of the Colossus remake has also gotten its price dropped. It is now down to $30, $24 for Gamers Club Unlocked subscribers. Now, I am very surprised that Sony has already decided to drop the price of Shadow of the Colossus. Now, this is just a remake of a PlayStation 2 game, but don't get it twisted. This is a full-on remake, not a remastering. Right away, when you look at Shadow of the Colossus, you can absolutely tell that this is a gorgeous game, and of course, the fundamentals of SOTC are still there, and the game is still as great as ever. And the big issue with SOTC on the PS2 was from a technical standpoint. Now on the PS4, that isn't an issue at all. One of Team Ico's finest creations, probably their best game, and it was already definitely worth the release price of $40. Now that you're getting it for $24 after a GCU subscription, that's ridiculous. Speaking of Team Ico, we've also got The Last Guardian, which has been dropped to $20, $16 for GCU subscribers. Now, I just talked about Team Ico's wonderful Shadow of the Colossus, and I have to say The Last Guardian isn't as good as that game. I mean, that's very hard to live up to. The Last Guardian was in development hell for quite a while. It was originally announced back in 2009 and didn't come out until 2016. I think the majority of gamers knew prior to the release of The Last Guardian, considering all of the development turmoil, that there was no way that this was going to be as good as Team Ico's prior games. But The Last Guardian is still a solid game. It creates a great atmosphere, but the only issue is there are some problems with the fundamentals of the gameplay. But still, at this price, it's a worthwhile game to check out. $16 for GCU subscribers is definitely a pickup. Nioh is now down to $19.99, $15.99 for Gamers Club Unlocked members. This was a game that development began back in 2004. It was originally scheduled to be a PS3 title. That obviously changed quite a bit, but Nioh actually turned out very well. Many would draw similarities to the Souls games, and I can definitely see that from the combat and the challenging gameplay. However, Nioh does have its own quirks. The setting is great, and it does have a story that's more in your face. For $15.99, if you've yet to check out Nioh, I would highly recommend you do so. It's a great game. So those are some of the games that quietly had their MSRP drop. We do have one more, but that's a GameStop deal, so we'll cover that after all of the Best Buy deals. So moving on from that, we have Burnout Paradise Remastered, which is already down to $24.99, $19.99 for Gamers Club Unlocked subscribers. Now, I was very vocal in talking about Burnout Paradise Remastered. I did not think this game warranted a $40 release. I thought $29.99 would have been far more palatable, and it dropped to that price pretty quickly, and now it's already down to $24.99, and on top of your GCU subscription, you'll get it for $19.99. I mean, I can't turn away that deal for Burnout Paradise. Burnout Paradise is an awesome game. It just released back in 2008. It's over a decade old, but that doesn't mean the game lost any of its quality. It is an awesome arcade racer. But considering how quickly the price has been tanking for this game, if you hold out a little bit longer, I could see this game honestly being around $14.99. I could even see $9.99 by the end of summer. So if you're not too eager to pick up Burnout Paradise Remastered, while this is a great price, I just see this getting cheaper and cheaper. I mean, we're just over a month after its release and it's already close to half its price. That's pretty ridiculous, but at $19.99 for GCU subscribers, it's also a great pickup. We've got a pretty interesting deal at Best Buy as well. This is on clearance, so if you're eager to pick it up, I would get it as soon as possible. The Dishonored 2 limited edition Best Buy exclusive, the Royal Protector bundle, is on sale. It's down to $19.99, $15.99 for GCU subscribers. Now, what does this edition have over the base game? Well, not all too much, but it does have a collectible steelbook, a Corvo keychain, and Dishonored Corroded Man novel. So that's actually quite a bit of extra. At $19.99 for Dishonored 2 is already a pretty good price. $15.99 for GCU subscribers. You get a novel, you get a nice steelbook, and you get a keychain. That's pretty cool. If you've yet to pick up Dishonored 2, why not get this edition? And at just $15.99, that's a great price with your GCU subscription.
Delilah's playing the long game. And now she's an empress.
Moving on from that, for those of you that have yet to check out RE7, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard Gold Edition is on sale, down to $29.99, $23.99 for Gamers Club Unlocked members. The Resident Evil 7 Gold Edition includes the base game as well as all of the DLC content, and that's a considerable amount of content. You've got End of Zoe in there and Not a Hero, which was already a free DLC, but you've got all of the content, $24 for that. That's around the price the regular game was going for, so now you just get the Gold Edition with all of the extra benefits around the same price. Considering this edition just released back in December of 2017, I would say this is a very good price. If you've yet to check out RE7, no reason not to for this low of a price.
What the fuck are you?
Shut up and listen if you want to stay alive. Ethan, you gotta get out of that house.
And the final Best Buy game deal, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim VR is down to $40, $31.99 with your GCU subscription. I know at this point the majority of you probably played The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, but it does have an added layer with PlayStation VR. From all accounts, Skyrim makes a very smooth transition over to VR, and it is one of the VR system sellers. I know at this point a lot of you guys have already bought Skyrim multiple times, and you don't want to buy it one more time, but if you have PlayStation VR, if you're eager to jump back into Skyrim with the new layer added to the gameplay, then maybe Skyrim VR will be for you. By the way, this does of course include all of the downloadable content, so that's a nice added benefit as well, and this just released back in November of 2017, so $39.99 or $32 with your GCU subscription isn't a bad deal at all. And then finally, we do have one deal at GameStop, and this game also had its MSRP slashed, and that's Gravity Rush 2. Gravity Rush 2 was actually available at Best Buy, and I would have recommended it on Best Buy because if you're a GCU subscriber, of course, you'll save an additional 20%, but it is out of stock on there, so you gotta go to GameStop and you can pick up Gravity Rush 2 for $19.99. That is an awesome deal for one of the most underrated PlayStation games of all time. Yes, not just the PlayStation 4 game, one of the most underrated PlayStation games in general. This game is so good. A follow-up to the original Gravity Rush that was released on the PS Vita. That version saw a remastered edition on the PS4, but Gravity Rush 2 was built ground up for the PS4, and it was such a better game than the first. Far more content, a better story, better world, better gameplay. I can go on and on. It's just a far better game. And at just $19.99, this is a game that's absolutely worth your money. Again, a game that so many gamers missed out on, and that's a shame because among even the star-studded lineup of PlayStation 4 exclusives, this ranks near the top. It is legitimately one of the best PS4 exclusives thus far, and for $19.99, it is an absolute bargain. That is going to conclude this video. So we've got some awesome deals available right now. All of those MSRP slashes are going to end up paying dividends if you did hold out on picking up any of these games. Again, even a game like Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition, which is a little bit more expensive, $32 with a GCU subscription for the Complete Edition is still really good. WipEout Omega Collection for $20 or $16 is great. Shadow of the Colossus just came out, $29.99 or $24 for that is great as well. So you've got a lot of awesome options right now. Let us know what games you're picking up and sound off with your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching and goodbye.